Hey, is it possible this is a real UFO flying over a military base in Iraq? Or is this just a half-deflated bunch of balloons or even a hoax? And what about this picture? Is this for real? Or maybe just some eye-popping AI at work? Hey guys, Bill here. In case you haven't heard yet, there are a lot of videos out there that are claiming to show a jellyfish-shaped UFO passing over a military base in Iraq. The video was originally posted by Jeremy Corbell on his YouTube channel with his co-host George Knapp in early 2024.
This is the creepiest UFO video I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is an unidentified. We don't know what it is. Let's just look at this. We call it the jellyfish UFO because I don't have a better terminology for it.
The object passed over the base at night and was followed by infrared surveillance cameras that are mounted on an airship that hangs over the base. Let's just watch this for a second. There are a lot of theories out there about what this could be, and one of them says that what we're looking at is actually some dirt on the lens. Well, I am a cameraman by profession, and I can tell you that that is not dirt on the lens, because if there's dirt on the lens, the dirt moves kind of with wherever the camera goes, right? I mean, it's pretty static in terms of where the camera moves. If you look at this footage, the camera, it's not moving a lot, but it is making some adjustments. And when the camera adjusts, that little piece of whatever it is does not go with the camera. So that is not what's happening here. The most popular debunking theory out there right now is that what we are watching are a group of partially deflated party balloons being blown by the wind. Now that kind of makes sense because, you know, when you look at this thing, it is kind of drifting along at a steady speed as if it's being pushed by the wind. I mean, we've all seen it, right? You've been at the beach or at a park or something, and all of a sudden there's a group of birthday balloons, you know, those old Mylar balloons, they're just kind of floating by. And this, you know, I have to say, it's not going very fast. I mean, if it was a UFO, you would think it would be going fast, especially over a military base. But on the other hand, we're out in the middle of the desert. Who is having a birthday party with Mylar balloons out in the middle of the desert? Another less followed theory is that this whole video is a hoax, cooked up with some CGI using a stolen idea from an old Doctor Who show on the BBC back in the 1970s. Here we see the same kind of concept, but in this case it was achieved very simply by someone dressing up in aluminum foil and then superimposing that video on top of the first layer of video, if you know what I mean. Okay, that one is a little bit far-fetched, but the military was contacted and they were asked about this footage and asked if it was authentic military footage that we're looking at. Their response was very simple. They just said no comment. They didn't authenticate the footage, but guess what? They didn't deny it either.
The reason why they're not at this point able to deny it is because absolutely they're going to have to confirm it. George Knapp and I worked for 3.5 years to develop new sources and people that came to us with these leaks, multiple people. So we have done our due diligence, and our DOD will be put in the corner. They have to be honest with the American public on this video. So we'll go from there.
So what do you guys think? Do you think we have some fresh, off-the-grill, real UAP/UFO footage here? Or do you think maybe we're looking at some kind of a hoax that somebody put together to have some fun with us? Tell you what, when I say go, I want you to shout out your answer nice and loud so everybody knows where you stand. If you think that footage is authentic military footage, if you think the object in it even if we don't know what it is real, in other words, wasn't put in there digitally, then I want you to go with real, okay? That's when you shout out real. On the other hand, if you think this isn't authentic military footage, or somebody messed with authentic military footage and used a computer, special effects, CGI, whatever you want to say, to insert that thing in there, then I want you to go with fake, okay? You ready? And go. Hey, while we're waiting for the official answer, what do you say we take a look at another rather interesting real or fake that came in this week? It's this picture, and it was sent in by Von Huerta Productions, who wants to know if this is a real woman who can pop her eyes out like that. Vaughn, when I first saw this thing, I said, oh yeah, that's obvious AI. You know, it just kind of looks AI. But, you know, when I dug into it, well, guess what? It turns out the picture and the person in it are real. Her name is Kim Goodman, and she can pop her eyes out up to 12 millimeters, a skill she discovered at age 8. Goodman's performances have garnered global recognition through TV shows, magazines, and newspapers. In 2004, Goodman was included by Guinness World Records in their 50th anniversary list of top 10 feats of all time. Okay, now that we got that little eye-popping mystery out of the way, what do you say we get back to our jellyfish UFO and find out if it is real or not? Because I have right here the official answer, okay? Do you think you did? You went with real? Well, I personally am going to go with real because you guys who watch this channel regularly, you know a couple years ago, Robert Kiviat, another UFO expert, and I went to Puerto Rico to investigate something called the Aguadilla UFO, and it was the same kind of thing. It was a nighttime infrared shot from a military airplane, and it showed this UFO floating over the Aguadilla airport. It then goes into the water, maintains its speed, doesn't slow down whatsoever, and then comes back out of the water and disappears. And in that particular case, we determined that was a real UFO. So let's see what we got here. And it says that the jellyfish UFOs recorded by military means, it's a little confusing here, the video and the object in it are authentic. So that means, guess what? It's real. Yes, that's right. As far as I can tell, and I've run it through a lot of filters, there is no CGI going on in this video. And whatever that is, it's a real thing, making it truly an unidentified flying object. Jeremy and George claim there is yet more footage to come. They say there was maybe another 30 minutes of footage that was not leaked to them that's part of that same video. In that part, they are claiming that the UAP went underwater, just like the one in Aguadilla. And then when it came out, it acted very erratically and shot off at high speed. But we haven't seen that yet, so I'm looking forward to that and see where this story goes. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.